welcome back to the JWHL playoffs on JWHL.org and YouTube. I'm Jamie Scavato. Consolation time here. At rink number 2 in the U-16 bracket, the Boston Shamrocks taking on the Washington Pride here. Actually saw these two teams go at it in a consolation game, or in a game earlier today. But now they are taking on each other on the U-16 side. It was a U-19 game earlier on today. And we will get an early whistle 10 seconds into the game. These two teams, it's the second time they played each other in this tournament, actually. As they played on Thursday night, the play-in game over at UVM's Gutterson Fieldhouse. A much different sheet of ice this time around. As, of course, UVM has the D1 sheet, and here we're at rink 2 at Cairns Arena. Either way, on the move with it now, Vivian Rowan. Puts it in off the end boards, Jada Rinka. Collecting it on the move for Boston. And now attacking inside, Mia Bonarosa. Picked up by Lexi Sung and fed all the way down to the other end of the ice. And that is where it's stopped again by Sung. Nearly backhanded in, trying to bury it here. Back around is Vivian Rowan. Off to the right wing side as Washington will try and get some offense going early here. Picked up by Francesca Caterina. And now all the way through down to the other end of the ice. It is stopped before it crosses the goal line by Ruby Wilson-Oliva. And now back the other way comes Washington. Shot taken, that one blocked up into the net. And it will stop the clock with 15:47 to play. So a minute and 13 seconds in. We'll have 3 17-minute periods. We had a consolation game earlier that went with a running clock, but that's because both teams had literally just come off the ice. So we will go full-time U-16 style here. As this one back to the right circle, and it is collected by Claire Chu. Tried to clear it out, now back down for Bella Borski. Pass is fed across, picked up in the neutral zone by Madison Cote. And now it's back for Katie Sarich. Back through to the center ice position there, Erin Barbikoff. Now Rena Van Leeuwen. Handling it, passing it off to the right side. Barbikoff now has it in the corner and goes off behind the net for Van Leeuwen again. Now out with it, it is Mariah Ralph. Back through for Maddie Sapola. Boston will try and get it out of the zone here. It does hit the near boards. Bounces off, and it's picked up by Katie Sarich. Work around center ice. And the pass is for Lizzie Moeller. Shot taken, and it's saved. Lauren Hannafin is in goal for the Shamrocks. Meanwhile, at the other side, it is Natalie Storm for the Pride. And this one will be cleared all the way down to the other end of the ice. Multiple caroms there as it hits all the way down. Nicole Flack will pick it up behind her own net. Skates around Lizzie Moeller. Now left wing side, it's Mariah Ralph. Trying to get a stick on it here. Ralph working it out from that left side. And you got multiple players going down along those left boards, and we will have a hooking penalty coming up here. So an early power play will go up here, and it will be a power play against, or a penalty against Boston. Heading into the box, number 22, Sheridan Terrazano. Bring out the first power play of the afternoon here as we're heading into the evening hours. Of course, we got started at 8 o'clock this morning, and we're still going here. This is game number 5 of 6 on the day. The shot taken by Maddie Sapola, and it is cleared away by Boston. 15 seconds into the power play. Flying down the ice is Molly Sant, who will stop behind her own net. And a takeaway by Spencer St. Pierre, although it is sent back to the neutral zone. And on the move offensively, it's Madison Cote. Cote behind the net. Also getting a stick on it, Rena Van Leeuwen. And Van Leeuwen shoots. That one is covered up. Or actually, sorry, by Ava Hills. It is not Lauren Hannafin in goal. Ava Hills getting the start for the Shamrocks. Stops the clock with 1:18 remaining in this first power play of the game. And now we'll get down for another face-off here. Passes across. And picked up. Working around now. Passes back for Ashley Ayers. That one back behind. You have Ayers out there. Also Lexi Sung. And trying to work her way in. That's Vivian Rowan. So Rowan, Sung. Back at the blue line, Katie Sarich. And at the other side of the point, Madison Cote collecting the shot is Ava Hills. Stops it with 48 seconds to go. And now with the face-off, it gets back to the blue line here. Sent forward, 45 seconds, or inside 45 seconds to go in the power play. Now back through for Rowan. Working her way around the back of the net is Sung. Now this one sent back to the point. It does get back into the neutral zone. Collecting it is Ayers. Ayers passes across for Sarich. Sarich sending it forward to Rosemary Dorner. Backhanded in by Lexi Sung. Dorner chases it into the corner. Now we get the complete switch up of personnel here for the final 10 seconds of this power play. And this one stopped off in the corner. Mariah Ralph, Lizzie Moeller, both in there. Puck is sent out, backhanded towards Hills, and it is brushed aside. So now it goes through the neutral zone. It is collected by Sapola, looking for an opening, takes the shot just wide. And Sapola Bella Borski had Mia Bornarosa back there with her. Now the pass is forward for Mariah Ralph, right circle, pushed aside, puck is picked up, the loose puck collected by Bella Borski. Borski now on the move, left side, left circle, one defender to beat, and it is poked away, checked by Barbikoff. Now Terrazzano trying to get towards the net, and that was also knocked away from her. We get to the far side, and it's Moeller into the corner for Grace Romeo. Romeo up in those end boards, and now the defense is sort of swarming on the puck here. In there offensively, Gemma Demento. Puck is out for Ruby Wilson-Olivo, although the Shamrocks able to recover here and control things. Sent towards the net off the end boards. Grace Babington getting to it, set it on net, and that was stopped by Natalie Storm. Now the puck back, stopped at the blue line again. This time it's Borski again. Borski putting it towards the net. It flutters out in front, and it's knocked away by Storm and the defense. Now it's coming back with Mariah Ralph. Ralph has it poked away. Babington is there to put it back in for Boston. Picked up by Sarich. Forechecked by Callender. Taken back by Sarich. Now back at the blue line. Boston has it with Nicole Flack. Flack passing it across, got by Borski, and all the way to the boards. Now it's back through the neutral zone, and it will go all the way past the goal line. No icing called. It did get a piece of something on the way down. Maddie Sapola had a stick on it. Now it's back across, and shot towards the net by Lauren Dillon, knocked aside. Back to the far side of the left wing corner, it's Sapola. Bringing it back around, stopped up, and brought forward by the Pride. Open look, shot, and a save by Hills. Swing back to the neutral zone again. Tap back in, chasing it into the corner is Nicole Flack. Flack will stop behind her own net. And the pass is forward here. Over at center ice, Sarich stopping with it. Loose puck, Vivian Rowan. Trying to skate around, getting a stick in there was Mia Bonarosa. Nice attempt. Now on the backup here, it's Anna O'Neill, and we've got a whistle. And it will be an offside called as O'Neill came across the blue line. So with 8:51 to go in the first period, we'll face off again on the other side of the blue line, on the Washington side of the neutral zone. And right off the face-off, it is taken away by Rosemary Dorner. Meanwhile, Boston trying to get it back in the zone here. A little bit of back-and-forth hockey from the neutral zone and that backside of the attack zone for Boston. Player down. Sarich has it, taps it forward again. Dorner now trying to chase after it. Getting a stick on it is Katarina. And coming away is Bonarosa. Flips a shot towards the net for a line change here. And now the pass is forward, getting a stick on it there and keeping things from being an icing call was Lizzie Moeller. Back behind the Boston net now. 8 minutes to go in the first period. No score between Boston and Washington. And now it's Katie Flynn, who had it for a moment. Back behind the net once again, Katarina. Washington looking for an opportunity. The shot just over the crossbar. Mariah Ralph took the shot. This one back off to the left side. Ralph again, putting it up high off the end boards. Karam to the right wing corner. Now Ralph behind the net. Passing it back out. Getting it to Wilson Olivo. Shot taken again. That one was by Grace Romeo, and it did stop the clock here. With 7:21 to go, and we'll get a line change as Hills was able to keep it. You see the pass to the left-hand circle. And the attempt by Romeo. It's a nice shot. A little off balance, but a nice shot nonetheless. And we'll get the face-off as it slowly rolls under the glove of Hills, who will stop the clock once again. So now with 7:16 to go, we'll face off again. Left wing side, puck into the corner. Battle for it here as it comes out to Lauren Dillon. And now we get action on the move back in the Washington zone here. Now on the left wing side, we got an attack. And a pickup by Van Leeuwen. Van Leeuwen passes it forward. Gets the puck to Madison Cote. Cote trailed by her defender, Lauren Dillon. And Dillon gets a stick on it again on the left wing side. Now the puck comes loose. It's out for Cote. Puts it behind the Boston net. And now it's off to the near side. Puck is stopped by Wilson Olivo. Claire Chu has it. High off the glass. Karams to the end of the boards here. Chasing it down, Sheridan Terrazzano. Terrazzano shoots. That was saved. And then the second save by Storm. Back-to-back saves by Natalie Storm. Terrazzano had the shot and her rebound. Neither was able to find the back of the net. And with 6:10, we'll face off in front of the Washington goal. And off the face-off, it is taken away. We got a tripping call coming up here. A definite tripping call, maybe hooking, but we'll see. Extra skater is out as the puck cycles around back to the blue line for Ayers. Ayers passing. Dorner trying to find a shot. Now it's Ayers again at the blue line. Boston still hasn't picked it up yet, so they still haven't called the penalty. Sarich behind the net to the other side. Chasing it down and flipping it back into the zone is Ayers. Now out of the corner. And finally, getting a stick on it was Katie Flynn, and that will stop the clock with 5:36 and bring out the penalty. So again, it's a tripping call. And the call is against Boston's Annalise Reed, so a second power play now for the Washington Pride. Although a break coming here off the clear. Skating in quickly, it's Mia Bonarosa. Creating a little bit of havoc before Washington can get anything going. Both of these teams looking for their first win on the weekend. The Pride in there with Molly Sant in the corner and Mariah Ralph. As the offense will get going here on the power play or not. Nice poke there by Madison Cote immediately after a steal. Jada Rinka now getting into the corner. And Boston trying to advance it here, short-handed. On the move, it's Gemma Demento, right wing side, working her way behind, and it's taken away by Molly Sant. Although now to the left wing corner, it's Brooklyn Callender. Demento tapping it across. Sant stops behind her own net. And inside a minute to go on the power play. But Washington has been unable to get set. Now on the move, it's Maddie Sapola in the slot, right circle. Puck trickles, bounces into the glove of Hills. And that will stop the clock with 4:19 to go in the period. 44 seconds remaining in the power play. And now off the face-off, it's back to the blue line. Back in the neutral zone, puck is knocked aside to Sarich. Sarich pushing it out to the side, now for Alexi Sung. Backhand is in the zone. Backhand towards the goal. Action in front of the crease. That shot is taken. Bounces off to the left side. Now it's around for Rosemary Dorner. Dorner skating around. Finding Lexi Sung. 20 seconds to go in the power play. Now back towards the blue line. More contact. Down goes Sung. And the puck nearly taken away. Back inside from the blue line. Trying to work it in is Ayers, and now it's sent all the way down. Cleared successfully. Power play expires. And we're back to 5-on-5 hockey here. Sheridan Terrazano has it. 3.5 minutes to go. And pushing it down the ice, it goes by Sung, and now it will be stopped by Gemma Demento and sent back down. Chasing it is Katie Flynn. Flynn on the left wing side. 4 defenders around, but a new line is coming out for Boston. Now right side. Plenty of contact here. Plenty of players going down on that contact. Now it's Solis. Into the corner. It's Demento. One fired on net, knocked down, nearly goes in. A nice redirect by Grace Babington. Natalie Storm all over it. Stops things with 2:43 remaining. Of course, we'll have one more game after this one. It'll be the first, or actually one of the semifinals from the U-19 bracket. And that'll be our final game here from Rink 2 of the evening, and we'll be back over on Rink 1 tomorrow, 8 o'clock. Two and a half minutes to go, first period. Gemma Demento. Loses the puck around center ice. Barbakoff fires into the glove of Hills, and that stops things with 2:12 to go. So we'll switch things up. Send things over to the right wing circle. And off the face-off, it's Boston. Coming out with Claire Chu. Sung now across the blue line, left wing circle. Plenty of players converging along those left wing boards, and now working it around is Vivian Rowan. Rowan passing it off. Back across the blue line yet again. Now back for Molly Sant. Sant has a stick get in there on her, and it comes loose. Rowan trying to get after it, and instead now chasing it down. Back in the zone, it's Ayers. Ayers feeding it forward. That one got a piece of Sung, and now attacking with the shot. It's Bonarosa. Another nice save by Storm. She's had a heck of a first period. Meanwhile, puck on the left wing corner. Boston trying to attack here as we approach the final minute of the first. And now it's back around center ice for Ralph. Picked up by Terrazzano. Now Terrazzano again. Getting inside, fires. Or actually, that was Orinka with the shot. Now it's into the left wing corner again. Puck carried by Lizzie Moeller. Moeller is in there with Romeo. Slipping on her way down the ice and still putting it towards the goal anyway. As Anna O'Neill. Puck is dropped down, final minute of the first period. Lizzie Moeller. Getting it around for Barbikoff, far side. Barbikoff in there with Romeo. Right wing side, tied up with Katarina. Romeo going down to one knee, losing her stick also in the process. As the puck gets back for Barbikoff, pushes it around Romeo. And we will have a whistle behind the net, and that will be a penalty. Trying to see what the call is. Couldn't see it. And that is not going to be a penalty. I saw just a referee's hand go up and I heard a whistle, but it was all along the boards there. 2 pucks on the ice is actually why play was stopped. Definitely can't have that. That would make the game pretty interesting, but I'm pretty sure you can't do that. Hockey doesn't work that way. Now that one going off the end boards, carrying off to the right side. Time expiring on the first period, and that will do it here. So after one, we are scoreless between Washington and Boston. We'll take a short break, come back with period number 2 from this consolation round of the U-16 JWHL playoffs on JWHL.org and YouTube. And welcome back to the JWHL Playoffs U-16 consolation bracket here. Boston and Washington, second period. No score between the Pride and the Shamrocks. As the puck is now down against the end boards here, and it's brought out by the Pride. They'll be coming toward our position here throughout the second. Dorner passes it back for Rowan. Rowan shot wide to the left. Hills with another nice knockaway there. It looks like she got a piece of it. That shot was blocked by Terrazzano. And now it'll get back to Ayers here. Right around center ice. Pass off to the far side. This one gets to the end boards. And eventually the puck will cycle its way around. A little bit of pushing and shoving. And now it's back through for Mia Bonarosa. Backhand is through. Shot taken around the backside. Meanwhile, trying to take a whack at it is Dorner. And it comes out for Rena Van Leeuwen. Van Leeuwen trying to find a shot here. Hills is on top of it again. Both goalies in this game have been playing extremely well. Both Storm and Hills have been after it here. We'll stop the clock, 1 minute and 14 seconds into the second period. And the puck is down and pushed back into the corner. Off to the edge for Madison Cote. Both players, Cote and Belaborski, going down. Now back at the other end on the move, it's Callender. Molly Sant getting in her way. And out of the corner, it's back to the blue line for Sarich. Shot towards the crease is kicked aside to the left. And now it'll be Boston fighting for it along that red line. Passes across and fed up for Maddie Sapola. Back to the end boards, around, and picked up by Borski. Now back for Lizzie Moeller. Into the corner now, and brought out by Ralph. Ralph trying to feed it forward. It flutters a little bit before being picked up by Dillon. Now Moeller will pick it up. Puck down for Sarich, who is trying to get a stick on it. Still kind of being batted about the zone here. Meanwhile, moving in is Barbakov. Heading to that right wing corner. Barbakov gets hit hard. That's going to be a penalty against Borski coming up here. As soon as Boston gets a stick on it, and as Demento gets a stick on it, we will get the whistle. And we will get a body checking penalty here. As it was a hit from behind by Borski. So she will go to the box for 2. Power play again now for Washington. Third power play for Washington in this contest. They have not scored. The Pride have not scored yet with the skater advantage, but looking to do so here. Off the face-off, skater down. Meanwhile, it's picked up by Dorner. Trying to work it in. Puck is up high. Hills couldn't get to it. Dorner out there with Rowan underneath. This one fed off to the other side. That's where Sarich has it. Gives it back to Dorner. Rowan is camped out near the front. Pass didn't get to her, but it did get to Ayers. Now it's back across for Lexi Sung. Sung just behind the right circle. Now getting it around for Ayers. Back to Sung again, right circle. Pass goes across, intercepted by Babington. Although fighting for it is Sarich to keep things in the zone. It's stuck along the boards here, minute 22 remaining here in the power play. Now back across for Sung, who fires. Hill grabbing it out of the air, stops the clock. 1:12 to go in the power play. New personnel coming out for both teams here. New power play and a new penalty kill unit. And the puck drops. And it's pushed back out to Ralph. Ralph trying to get it to Sant. Now back to Ralph again. Puts it across the middle, but too much chaos there for Van Leeuwen to do anything with it. Back across for Sant. Fires it in. Kicked away by Hills. Nice save there in traffic. Nice shot in traffic as well to get it through. Now it's Sant on the chase here. Getting tied up along the boards with Bonarosa. Puck comes free. Terrazzano with it now. Shore-handed opportunity for Boston. Although Washington able to come away with it. Now on the move with a little bit of space. In the clear is Babington looking for the backhand. Hills knocks it away. And it goes back to the boards. Now it's picked up by Ralph. Ralph with the shot. That one into the glove of Hills, who has been very busy here in this second period. But Ava Hills has been up to every test that's been given to her here. 15 seconds remaining in the power play. 12:32 on the clock here for the second period. Puck drops, left circle, backhand is out. Ruby Wilson-Olivo now in the circle. The pass is off for Barbakov. Barbakov shoots, kicked off to the left side. Sung will pick it up, work her way around. Now at the point, Sung puts it in. Plenty of sticks on it. Demento has it. Back through the zone, picked up by Katie Flynn. Flynn on the right wing side, working her way in towards that circle. Back to the neutral zone again. Puck comes through for Flack, or actually, sorry, for Katarina. Katarina navigating her way around Dorner. Now to the right side. Katarina getting some help from Flynn, who gets on top of Dorner, easily the largest player on the ice. Or maybe not easily, as you got some size of Grace Babington as well. Meanwhile, down for Hills, who covers it up, stops the clock with 11:41 to play. Lines will switch up once again, as we will set things up again here. Again, 11:41 to go. U-16 consolation game. Puck off along the boards here. Working it back by the blue line is Ayers. Working inside is Ralph, looking for the shot. Hills loose in front of the crease. On top of it is Hills, and she makes another stop. And Ava Hills has been getting after it from the opening whistle here. We'll face off again. Face off was Moeller opposite Calendar. Now the puck comes free, and on the move with it, it's Morgan White. White on the left side, pushes it across the crease, and it gets all the way to the corner. Now it's back in front, and covering up is Storm, who is also off to a pretty good start tonight. Just inside 11 minutes remaining in the second period. It's gone a lot slower than the first. Just shy of 5 o'clock in the evening here. And now the puck is sent through, and it's collected in the neutral zone. Working around with it is Bonarosa. Got a player down in the right circle, slow to get up. That was Bonarosa, actually. And now Washington trying to get back on the move with it here, but a takeaway and an advancement and an attempt on a shot. Backhand, stopped by Storm. Terrazzano had a good open look at it, but Storm was able to grab it. As we take a look at that on the replay here, it was off a turnover. Well, actually, that was the takedown earlier. As we get to the face-off here. And Boston working with it on the near side. That one going up high. And it will be another face-off here coming up, stopping the clock, 10:14 to go. And off the face-off, the Pride getting it into the zone quickly. Towards the end boards, knocked back off towards the blue line. Barbakov shoots, it's covered up. Backhand by Dorner. Puck is still alive. Hills tried to get on top of it, couldn't. Sarich got it through for Sung. Now Sarich trying to defend on the forecheck here. Well done. Got a shot off as well, after taking the puck away from Katie Flynn, and now it'll head down the ice. Sarich will get there first. Also getting a stick on it is Barbakov. We're behind the net here. Shot on goal, kicked away by Storm. Now out of the corner, it's Sarich. Passes forward for Romeo. Romeo and Rowan together there. That one comes loose. And on the move with it, it's Saric. Saric back to Romeo. Romeo feeds it forward, goes off Saric and into the corner. Now it's covered up by Hills again. She will again stop the clock with 8:51 to play in the second period. So face-off coming here. Over by the left circle, puck is down. And it goes into the glove of Hills, who stops things again. A couple of seconds off the last face-off, maybe about 3 seconds or 4 seconds. So we'll do it again here. And off the face-off, Washington trying to get to work. Still scoreless between these two. That shot was saved by Hills. Contact in the left corner. Plenty of sticks here getting after it. Puck is picked up by Ralph. Fired in, wide to the right. Bounces away, Moeller picks it up. Moeller along the near side. Pushing a stick towards the goal line, but now Boston coming back in transition. Working around, shot attempt just wide, as Orinka nearly got one. And Washington in transition. Nice move off the carom by Ralph. Takes the shot, and Hills has another save. 7:53 to go. So we will set things up yet again. On the right circle, in front of the Boston net. Puck is off, it works its way around, feed out in front. That was set up for Van Leeuwen, but it was just a little wide on the pass. And now Boston will try and get back in transition here. Meanwhile, moving, it's Barbakov. Puck was tapped off here. Boston's in the zone. Moving with Demento. Demento out of the corner. Around the end boards. Passes across for Katie Flynn. Flynn back to the blue line. It's Orinka. Plenty of sticks coming together on Babington now as it comes out for Maddie Sapola. And it's Sapola on the move. A nice move there. Stopped short just at the blue line. Or just shy of the, or after the blue line. Katarina got a stick in there. Now moving around, it's Cote. Cote stops and fires off the turn. Back to the left wing circle, it's Sapola. Left wing boards, takeaway by Boston. Now Romeo on the move, Flynn on the move, puts it in towards the end boards. Carom's off, back behind the Washington net. And it's Wilson Olivo. Giving it back for Callender. And now back to Borski on that near side. Borski now camping out in the crease. She will switch out and head back towards the blue line. Inside 6.5 to go in the second period. Still scoreless between Washington and Boston. And from the left wing corner, Katarina trying to get after it, as is Claire Chu. Chu back a little bit, Borski back by the blue line at the point. She picks it up, puts it towards the net, wide to the right. Carom goes to the right wing corner for Lauren Dillon. And now Washington will come away through the neutral zone, over the blue line. A couple of skaters getting inside. That's Sung and Sapola. Meanwhile, Sung trying to work it here. Carom off the side. Sapola has to turn to get to it. And she's met by a defender, met by Claire Chu. Sapola around Sung. Also going around Spencer St. Pierre. Puck is loose. Taken away by Chu. Sent down the ice, rolling on its side. 5.5 minutes to go in the second. Moving through the neutral zone. Passes forward. Dorner working in, takes the shot, saved by Hills. Another shot and another save by Hills. That was attempted by Lexi Sung. And what a game Ava Hills is having so far. Through 1 and almost 2 periods here. Both goalies are pitching a shutout. Hills is the one who's seen the most work. Meanwhile, speaking of work, Anna O'Neill going to try and make Natalie Storm work at the other end. 5 minutes to go. Boston now in the zone. Puck is taken away by Dorner, and she's got space to advance. Moves across the blue line, in the circle, from the slot. Hills has it again. 4:50 to go. Let's take a look at the replay. And it was off a turnover, and Dorner, she pulls up a head of steam. She can get some speed going. And we will now get things set with 4:50 to play in front of the Boston goal. Off the face-off. It comes out for Wilson Olivo. Now it's Anna O'Neill. Far boards. All the way down. Bonarosa will chase it. Icing will be the call here. So we'll come back to pretty much, well, where we were a moment ago. And we'll do it with 4:37 to play. And off the face-off, it comes out for Moeller. Moeller works her way around. Puck is back to the blue line for Sant. Now it's Ralph. Sant picking it up. Passing it in. Back behind the goal line. Now up for Ralph again. Left circle. Fires. That one directed up into the net. I believe that got Grace Babington's stick on the shot. As again, it goes up into the net and stops play here with 4:09 to go in the second. Just shy of 5 o'clock in the evening here. Now the pass is through, and it will go all the way down to the other end of the ice. And down to get it is Babington for Boston, as the Shamrocks going to try and get some offense going here. Pass back to the blue line. Backhand is in the slot. Collected again by Katarina, and it's wide to the left side. Katie Flynn is there. Covering it up is Storm. Nice work by Storm to put a stop to things when momentum seemed to be going, well, away from where the Pride might have wanted it to be. 3:36 now to go. And off the face-off, here we go. Sarich stopped along the end board. Back to the left side. Working her way down through center ice. Pass off to the left. It's Katarina. End boards. To St. Pierre. And now it is picked up by Morgan White. Although she loses it to Sarich. Puck is tapped away. To get it is Cote. Pass across to the far side. Cairns off. That's Barbakov handling it. Gives it to Ayers. Ayers is chased back behind her own net. And that is where she will hang on and get set. Inside 3 minutes to go in the second. And now this one will come down the ice. Taking the shot, Ralph, and Hills has another save. Stops things with 2:33 to play. And off the face-off, it's Ralph. Pass is flipped to the back of Ralph now. And collected by Terrazzano. Now it's up and down, Bonarosa. Sant picking it up. Grabbing it and skating with it is Terrazzano. Now from the right circle, that one is fired on. It deflects off by Borski. Will pick it up, taking another shot here. Grace Romeo now off the end boards. Taking it out, passing it through. Now it's center ice, moving it is Ralph. Ralph working in the slot, taking the shot, and she scores, finally. Somebody breaks through, and it's Mariah Ralph. And she has taken a lot of shots in this game, and finally was able to register a goal here. Looked like Hills might have had that save too, but she just managed to sneak it through for a 1-0 Washington lead with 1:51 to go in the second. Nice play in the break by Ralph. Not to take anything away from Ava Hills, who has played spectacularly up to this point, and that was definitely not one that she can really blame herself for. That was just a one-on-one battle, and she didn't win that one. Had a good look on the save, though. Just didn't get it. Left side, Katie Flynn. Contact along the near side, and here comes Vivian Rowan. Rowan has it knocked away. Nicole Flack in the corner. Takedown of Sung. And now it's off to the far side. Grace Babington picking it up and sending it away as we approach the final minute of the period. Puck sent in and kicked away by Storm. Now it's off to the far side. Collected by Flack. Pass bounces through. And it goes over the end line. 40.6 on the clock. Just shy of 5 o'clock. Now the puck off to the left side. Boston trying to even the score here, down 1-0. Puck comes loose out in front. On the move with it. Washington's Grace Romeo. Right wing corner, and boards. Contact, puck is out. Anna O'Neill gets to it. Passes out for Bonarosa. That one wide to the left side. Jada Rinka now trying to pin it up along the boards. 2-second, final second. And that's the final buzzer of the second period. So 2 periods in the books of this consolation game, and it is a 1-0 lead for the Washington Pride. We will take a break for intermission and come back with the final period of regulation here from Rink 2, Cairns Arena in South Burlington, Vermont. You are watching the JWHL playoffs on jwhl.org and YouTube.
So who do you have to both be in the morning?
The consolation, the
Yeah,
semifinals.
do you know who the team is for one of them?
It's whoever B number 3 is from, which I think is. So that's semi that we had here. So whoever lost. It's kind of like a round robin consolation. It's weird.
You can hear that okay, so now it's updated. Washington.
Yeah, no, that's the semi. That's a semi-final.
Tonight, Sunday,
Yeah, I can't do that one. That's Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm doing it. I'll be able to both do it.
Right.
Yeah, we know. Now we're just one of us. That's annoying. You knew there was another game.
Trust me, I'd rather read off of these days than like I'm ready to do it.
And I gotta set up this. Sorry, I'm on a flight.
What's that? They can hear me.
But, you know,
I'm tired. Yeah. No. This is why these games.
Welcome back to the JWHL playoffs on JWHL.org and YouTube. I'm Jamie Scavato, and getting set to start the third period here between Washington and Boston. The Pride with a 1-0 lead over the Shamrocks. Scored by Mariah Ralph late in the first period. Although we're checking out a game here that's featuring a lot of good goaltending here on both sides of the ice. And it's definitely shown in the sense that we've got a 1-0 game here, so a low-scoring contest. And again, as we roll into the final period here, the final 17 minutes, 30 seconds expired in that. And we'll see if Boston can find an equalizer here in this consolation game. Of course, we have the U-19 semifinal coming up after this, and they did actually have been advertising that this is the penultimate game of the afternoon / evening / morning, like entire day. But we do actually have another game coming up at 7:45 tonight, and that will be another U-19 game. But we do have a semifinal again coming up next, and it will be a U-16, I believe, consolation game. It was the one I think that was scheduled originally for early tomorrow morning here on Rink 2. And they have added it instead to the slate here tonight. So that will be a 7:45 start. That will be broadcast without commentary. Meanwhile, action behind the net as Dorner tries to get it in there, and it is covered up by Hills, who, despite being down 1-0, has been spectacular here this afternoon. Just after 5 o'clock in the evening. Been a long day here at the rink. He's getting started just after 8 o'clock in the morning here on Rink 2. And of course, action going on in the very next room over in rink number 1. And now the puck is picked up by Madison Cote, passing it across for Maddie Sapola. Sapola down the right wing side, right wing corner, coming off the end boards. Now back around to the left wing side, and coming back out with it are the Shamrocks here, trying to move things into the zone. Gemma Demento. Molly Sant passing it to Mariah Ralph, who has the only goal in this game. Now she's in the right circle. Flips it back, shot taken off the end boards, off to the left side. And now it's picked up by Terrazzano. Now Ralph, right around center ice, coming around the circle, over the blue line, or towards the blue line. The puck is poked away by Terrazzano. Now Barbakov trying to get to it, comes out with Ralph. Ralph in the slot, right circle. Dorner trying to shoot, and she scores. This game is now a 2-0 advantage for the Pride. And the shot from the right circle, actually wasn't Dorner with the shot, it was Grace Romeo, so correction on the goal. As Dorner's on the bench, but either way, it's 2-0. Whether I'm right or wrong, it doesn't change the score. So Grace Romeo with the goal here early in the third period, giving Washington a 2-0 advantage. You know, it's funny, I got jinxed because someone was asking me how I remember everyone's name, and I say I make a game of it. Naturally, the next thing I do is get it wrong. Shot and a score for Boston. Anna O'Neill, point-blank range, gets the Shamrocks within 1, and here we are in the third period. And we got some scoring happening here. This game has turned into a shootout. There was a goalie duel leading up until just now. But O'Neill found one right on the front porch and put it away for the score. So now Boston back within 1 here at 2-1. And we will get things going again here. Right off the face-off, only 3 minutes and 10 or 15 seconds into the third period. We already got 2 scores. Now it's Dorner with the shot, and that one was blocked. Catching all of that one was Annalise Reed. Now it's up along the boards for Rowan. Back through for Molly Sant, trying to chase it around. Ayers flips it aside. Rowan getting it across for Katie Flynn. And the puck bounces back into the corner for Ayers. And now Ayers feeds it up to Dorner, right around center ice. Back across the blue line. Tapped around. Dorner now hanging on to it again, and it's Ayers as it bounces back into the Shamrock zone. Boston's Katie Flynn getting a stick on the puck. Batting it around is Lauren Dillon. Now it's collected by Callender. And it's off to the right side. Shot wide to the left. That one attempted by Maddie Sapola. Now it's back deep into the zone here. Chasing it down is Ruby Wilson-Olivo. We'll hang on to it for a moment before passing it up forward for Van Leeuwen. That one is knocked away. Chasing it off to the right-hand side is Bonarosa. Now a tie up here. Plenty of contact. Coming away with it is Cote, and a huge takedown. And fortunately, both players are okay there. That did not look like a lot of fun, as Cote and Katarina came together. Now along the near side, it's into the corner, and the puck circles its way around. Chasing it down is Terranzano. And Terranzano will work it. Fires it in. Puck is knocked down by Natalie Storm. Collected by Anna O'Neill, who just had the goal for Boston. Now O'Neill back in the corner again. Tied up with Barbakov. Back through for Terranzano. Fired across for Demento. Demento in the corner. Coming out with it is Van Leeuwen. Back to the blue line, put forward by Terranzano. And it gets by Grace Babington into the corner, but Babington recovers in the slot. Tried to backhand it through, but had 4 defenders in her way. Here comes Ralph, left wing side. Puck taken away by O'Neill. O'Neill to the left side. Taken right back by Sapola. Penalty coming up here. Looks like that's going to be against O'Neill. So we'll have a Washington power play here. And it will be a tripping call. So O'Neill headed to the box. And it will be a 4th power play on the day here for Washington. 2 minutes up and a chance to go back up by 2 goals. Of course, the Pride did lead 2-0 after a goal by Grace Romeo. And of course, Boston was able to respond with a goal by Anna O'Neill. So now we'll see if the lead can go back up to 2 or if Boston can hold off the attack. Pass from Rowan into the corner for Sung. Sung working her way back. Now it's back to the blue line for Ayers. Off to the right side. Looks like a stick might have gotten on that one. I think that was Babington on the defense there. Rowan now handling it around the left circle. Puck goes back around for Sung. Dorner now at the blue line. Moves in from the right point. Passes it in. Knocked away by Hills. Nice save by Hills there. 1:15 to go in the power play. And it's taken away. Short-handed break. Here comes Bonarosa, taken down on the trip by Ayers, and Bonarosa went hard into the board. And it will be an interference call. Bonarosa's not getting up. It was Bonarosa on the break. And now we're going to bring out the trainer here. As again, Bonarosa went really hard into that board. It was an interference call here, as Bonarosa was on the break, and it was an attempt to stop the play here, and it's one of those things that happens. It was definitely not the contact with the boards that was intended. It was just to stop the breakaway, knowing a penalty was probably going to be coming, and that will take away the power play, and it will bring a power play over for Boston here. But right now the concern is for Terranzano. Who is going to get up under her home power. Scary moment here. But Terranzano, actually sorry, Bonarosa appears to be all right. And she will skate off the ice on her own as well. She just kind of got her bell rung there, but we will get a penalty here. So now we'll see a discussion over on the bench here, talking with the Washington staff and talking with the Washington bench. And now we will get a penalty shot and an attempt to tie it up. And it will be Bonarosa to take it. So after taking that hit, now Bonarosa can get the sweetest revenge of all, and that would be a game-tying goal, and she makes it happen. We are tied at 2. Off the penalty shot, it is a goal for Mia Bonarosa. And the score is even. So now we will get everybody back onto the ice. It is still, by the way, a Washington power play for another minute and 2. So it was initially an interference call, but became a penalty shot as opposed to a power play or opposed to a 4-on-4 situation. However, Washington now still has a power play for another minute and does have a chance with a skater advantage to go up 3-2. Passes off for Ralph. He does have a goal for Washington in this one. Now back to the neutral zone, chasing it down and trying to get to it here is Moeller. Moeller taken down. Passes across and collected by Sarich. Sarich turns on a dime, gets to the right circle, or the left circle if you're on the offensive side of things. Ralph picks it up. Nice move there. 20 seconds to go in the power play. 9.5 to go in regulation. And we'll get a whistle. Score tied at 2. And we will go back to the replay and the contact in front of us. And of course, we had the whistle out as well. And it will be a penalty here against Boston. So 2 more minutes on the clock as into the box goes Anna O'Neill on the contact that was right in front of us. And we will have a timeout on the ice. It will be a 5-on-3 for 17 seconds and then a 5-on-4 after that. So the power play will extend here for Washington, a power play that was interrupted by a game-tying goal on a penalty shot. 9:20 to play in regulation as time stops here. It is 5:30. Just about 5:30 in the evening here in South Burlington, Vermont. And again, thank you for tuning in all weekend. It's been absolute crazy amount of hockey here, but the quality of play, of course, as you'd expect from players that are, many of them D1, D3 commits. Many more just at the top of their game for wherever they're coming out from. And it is a treat to see hockey at this level here in town. Of course, Burlington, Vermont, home of the University of Vermont. Members of Hockey East. And also just the Division III scene out here is the one that really bears paying attention to. Just about an hour away. You got Norwich, Middlebury College, Plattsburgh State on the other side of the lake, Castleton State. About an hour and a half away. But really the holy trinity of D3 hockey in here is Norwich, Middlebury, and Plattsburgh. As that one is set on goal and it is covered up by Hills. 3 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. And of course, the rink that we're playing on right now, this is the second rink of Cairns Arena, the home of St. Michael's College. Both the men's and women's teams play out here. Usually play on rink 1, but if both of them are in town at the same time, you'll get them out here on rink number 2. 9 minutes to go in regulation. Puck goes across the crease, finds its way to the corner. Washington trying to get something done here. Lexi Sung was moving around the puck there. This one passed off to Sarich around that left circle. Minute 20 to go in the power play. Off for Vivian Rowan. Puck is knocked down in front of Dorner. And this one will go underneath Sarich and all the way down the ice. Cleared successfully by Boston. Picked up behind the net. And pass forward and now around. It goes behind Sung, and Moeller will collect it here. Inside a minute to go in the power play. Boston coming with a pretty good forecheck there, short-handed. And now it's Grace Romeo, right circle, shoots, collected by Hills. And she continues to make save after save here. And you can see the shot taken there, and it goes right into the glove of Hills, but it was a rifle of a shot on the power play. But you do get the face-off now in front of the Boston goal. And Washington, of course, still got this skater advantage for 45 seconds. Now it's back for Maddie Sapola. Sapola back off for Sant. Now it's fired in by Ralph, and it is stopped again by Hills. Stopping the clock with 7:51 to go and 32 seconds remaining in the Washington power play. Tied at 2. Here we go. You know you got a good tournament when the consolation games are as good as any of the ones that are for playoff positioning. Passes across into the right circle. Back towards the slot. We got a stick on the ice. Sant. Shot taken. Saved by Hills. Might have been a little bit wide, but we'll count the save regardless. Shot by Sapola. Sapola now back at the point. Skating back. Sant picks it up at the blue line. And a collision there with Demento. Back to Sapola now. Behind the left circle. Puck is up. And that is picked up by Rowan. Personnel slowly switching up here as we get back to 5-on-5 hockey. Sapola, the shot. That one was blocked and knocked down by St. Pierre. Now up along the end boards, it's Ralph. Tie up in front of the crease. And we'll get a whistle as Hills gets on it again. 6:53 to go. Anybody's game here. Scoreless first period. And of course, you had the one goal late in the second, and now we have had 3 goals in the third, one of them coming via penalty shot. And that's the one that tied us at 2. So with 6:52 remaining in the third, we'll get it going again here. Boston trying to prevent Washington from maintaining possession in the zone here. Now skating away with it, it's Bonarosa. Bonarosa loses it, and in there is Natalie Storm, who's also had a very good game in goal. Shot on Storm, loose in front of the crease, defense, put it over, knocked it out. That was Ruby Wilson-Olivo. Now back the other way, it's Rowan. Rowan takes the shot, kicked away by Hills. Rowan gets the carom off the boards, although it is picked up by the Shamrocks. Now back into the neutral zone. Skating inside and moving it is Anna O'Neill. O'Neill across the crease, tapped away. Sung is in there, Rowan as well. And now it is put in towards the net by Lauren Dillon. Backhand goes through, picked up by Borski. Although coming away with it is Dornan. Rowan is in there. She has speed and she beat her defender to the puck. Inside, 6 minutes to go. Madison Cote in the corner. Coming out with it with Brooklyn Callender. And now it's out for Van Leeuwen, shoots. Saved by Hills again, 5.5 to go. We'll get a new line out there for Washington. Getting down for the faceoff is Moeller. It is back to the blue line. Ayers picking it up, passing it across, right circle, fires, that one saved. Katie Sarich passing it across for Mariah Ralph. Ralph losing it, but the puck gets into the slot here, now off to the left wing side. Picked up by Sarich again at the blue line. Passed in, Ayers, the shot, kicked away. Hills nearly had it. That one rang the post. Stays with the pride here. That one fed on. Hill stopping another one. 4:58 to go. So we will get down for another face-off. It will be Moeller. And she was facing, I believe, opposite Orinka. Couldn't see the number on that one. Meanwhile, moving in, taking the shot there, attempting was Ralph. Back to the blue line for an open Sant. Or actually, sorry, that's not Sant, that's Ayers. Ayers loses the puck, and it is picked up by Anna O'Neill. Moving in is Terrazzano. Losing a stick on that one, Grace Romeo. That one loose across the crease, pushed aside for Babington. Now behind the net. Out with it is Ayers. They give for Ralph. Across the blue line. Heading up to the center line. Now back across the blue line again. Puck in the left wing corner. Moving around Nicole Flack. Coming out to one side. Now off to the far side of the ice. In the neutral zone. Off the circle. Back to Terrazzano. Now on the right side, it's Nicole Flack. Flack on the right wing corner. Doing battle with Molly Sant. Sant coming away with it. Puck up high, and it goes just over our broadcast position and lands behind us here. I don't know if that's the closest one has come to us here this weekend. Maybe the second or third closest. We did have one that kind of fell almost in front of our computer and stuff. And now off the faceoff, we get Dorner down the right side. Back across center ice, it is Vivian Rowan. Left wing boards. Inside goes Sung to the corner. Coming out with it is Barbakov. And now we got a loose puck here. Moving in is Lauren Dillon. Trying to get something done with it, but Dorner able to get after it. 3.5 minutes to go. Time running out in regulation. We may be seeing overtime, our first overtime action here on rink number 2, at least part of the commentated broadcast. There have been overtime games in the tournament. Just haven't really seen one here on rink 2. That one off the near side. Mariah Ralph working it in. Left circle. Sticks everywhere. Puck gets off to the right side. And it's Demento to pick it up. And that is intercepted on the pass. Moving in, Moeller shoots. Rebound, kicked away. And Hills does it again. And a cross-checking call coming here. That one was in that left corner. It was tough to see. You see the shot by Moeller, the backup there by Romeo. Or sorry, by Romeo. And now we've got a penalty here. Penalty going against Katie Flynn for cross-checking. So Washington has a power play with 2:41 to go. Puck drops. Pushed aside. Now collected by Ayers. Ayers with the pass. It goes through, and a shorthanded breakaway for Bonarosa. Shoots, saved by Storm. What a break by Bonarosa, and what a save by Natalie Storm. Check the replay. Storm out of the crease, stopping the 5-hole attempt. And we've still got a power play, but now we have the face-off down in front of the Washington goal. 1:45 to go in this power play. It is the 5th power play. If you include the extended power play as one power play, that shot is on. And now Storm is getting put to work here, although it's her team that's got the skater advantage. But another nice stop by Storm. We'll get a line change here. Coming out for Washington, it is Lexi Sung, Rosemary Dorner, Molly Sant out there, also Maddie Sapola, and Vivian Rowan. Dorner on the faceoff. Washington going to try and make Things happen here to come away with a victory. And it's behind the net. Sapola gives it to Sant. And here comes Sung. Takeaway by the right circle by Demento. Into the corner. 1:22 to go in the power play, and now Sung will come away with it. Over the blue line, the red line. Back to the blue line again, off to the left wing side. Tied up with Babington. And now it's back over, and the shot taken by Sapola was wide to the left, into the corner. Push back to the blue line for Sapola. Hanging out just by the circle. Now up to the right side, it's Sung, putting it in. End boards. Karam to the left wing side for Dorner. Now back to Sapola again. Pass goes across to Sant. Shot by Sapola. Feed out in front. Boston takes it away. With 35 seconds to go, now the clear is sent down and it's stuck behind the net. 30 seconds left. Takeaway by Terrazzano. Nearly another shorthanded opportunity for Boston. Meanwhile, up the right wing side, on the move with it was Sapola, and it's taken away. 10 seconds to go in the power play. Final minute of regulation as overtime looms here at Cairns Arena. Plenty of pushing and shoving and a big takedown there as the puck comes free. 40 seconds to go. Will either time get that last shot off? Terrazzano nearly had an opportunity. Puck is still loose in the zone. Taken out by Saric. Saric works it away. Pass off for Grace Romeo. Already one goal for her today. Romeo in the left circle. Saric is in there as well. Now it's taken away by Boston with 20 seconds left. Off to the far side. Pass for Demento. Demento on those far boards. It's Saric. Now in there with Anna O'Neill. O'Neill on the move. There with Orinka. Back off to the end boards. Picked up by Boston. 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. We are going to overtime here at Cairns Arena. A 2-2 tie after 3. Overtime rules for this. It is 5 minutes of 3-on-3 hockey, followed by a shootout, a 3-player shootout. So the clock is at 0 here as we get things set up for the overtime. Again, this is the first Rink 2 overtime we've had on the weekend. There have been Rink 1 overtimes. There have been Letty Park overtimes. And there was, I believe, a UVM overtime in terms of the venues that we have here. And really, if you play enough hockey, you're bound to get an overtime game in there eventually. So 5 minutes on the clock. Again, you will have a reduced lineup. Of course, first goal wins. That goes without saying. And again, it is 5 minutes of 3-on-3, and then it is a 3-player shootout. And that is how the game will be decided, if it gets that far. And judging by the way both Natalie Storm and Ava Hills have played all afternoon, wouldn't be surprised if this does go to a shootout. So we'll get the face-off here. It will be Lexi Sung opposite Mia Bonarosa. 3-on-3 hockey. Already got a glove down from Sung. Breaking away is Dorner. Could get a quick shot here. Wide to the right on Hill. And Dorner got the carom off and put her right in the glove of Hill. So a quick attempt here, as it is Sung, Dorner, and Ayers out there for Washington. And this one is intercepted. We've got a break here. Terrazzano moving in, takes the shot, couldn't get it off. Storm cut her off at the pass. It's Terrazzano, Bonarosa. And Katerina Terrazano is down, and she's hurt. And that will stop the clock here. With 4:26 to go, the trainer is back out, and she's saying she's good and getting back up. I think she got dinged a little bit. That's the second time we've seen a Boston player go down against the boards and then get back up and start skating again. As I've said, I think at other points in other games, these are some tough kids that are here this weekend. No getting around that. But then again, no one's ever accused a hockey player of being a wimp. I think the only people who are allowed to do that are other hockey players. This one goes into the corner. Saric, Demento, getting on it. Rowan now in there. End boards, takedown. Rowan getting away. Right wing side, and Rowan skates free. Through the neutral zone, across the blue line, right circle. One time, and it's fed across. Perfect pass, and a nice save by Hills. Mariah Ralph nearly ended this thing. Inside 4 minutes to go. In overtime, back and forth we go. Babington gets it through. Covered up by Storm. That'll stop the clock. By the way, if you're just tuning in, this is not a championship game or a semifinal. It's a consolation game. Just so you know. Doesn't feel that way. Not in the least. Out with it, it's Bonarosa. Puck is knocked back into the corner. Chasing it down, Terrazano. Terrazano is there with Sant. And now Terrazano breaking free of Sant. Passes it across for Bonarosa. Shoots. Rebound. Push back to the end boards off the save by Storm. 3.5 minutes to go. Or inside 3.5 to go. Bonarosa puts it across. And it does not make it through. And now Washington's going to try and get some offense done. No, Katarina's got it. Left circle, shoots. Wide to the right. Cairns around, it's scooped up by Sapola. And now Washington in transition. Sapola from one side of the rink to the other. Has teammates, has the right circle. The shot and a score. This game is over. Maddie Sapola, with 2:50 to go in overtime, ices it for the Washington Pride. A 3-2 victory in overtime. So the celebration on here at rink 2 for Washington. Meanwhile, for Boston, a tough loss to take. As you can see, the team over off in the distance there comforting Ava Hills, who had just a spectacular game in net tonight. Nothing to be ashamed of over on that side of the ice. And I'll tell you what, for a consolation game between a couple of teams who hadn't picked up a win yet on the weekend, that was a fun game to watch. No doubt about it. A 3-2 win in overtime for the Washington Pride over the Boston Shamrocks. We'll take a break, and we do have a semifinal coming up next from the U-19 bracket. That one will get started at 6 o'clock, I believe, is the time for that one. So we will be back with that game in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning in from wherever you've been tuning in from, and stay with us. If you want to keep watching, you're watching the JWHL playoffs on jwhl.org and YouTube.